This video is under fair use. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act in 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes of criticism and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Non-profit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. All rights and credit go directly to its rightful owners. No copyright infringement intended. This video is for educational purposes only. The views and opinions expressed in this video do not necessarily reflect or represent the views and opinions of the subject instructor and the university management. The ethical standards of research is strictly practiced.
So we are here today with my sister and she will answer my question. Number one, do you think that people should use social media and exercise their freedom of speech?
Well, I think yes, because not all people are given the chance to be able to voice out themselves. So using social media can actually help them a lot in expressing how they feel.
Okay. Number should be the limits of freedom of speech in social media.
It should actually, what should be the limit? Well, it should not include their personal emotion already. Like, sometimes you can see some people are posting on social media just to gather some sympathy and about their problems with their relationship or family. So it should actually be talked within family only, not posted on social media, because you're not actually expressing but you're gaining something, or you want to hear others' opinions, and that's not nice. That's all. Thank you.
Okay. Number three, should we hold accountable for misuse or abuse of social media in exercising their freedom of speech? Why or why not?
Yes, every time that you post something on social media that it's not gonna help others also, you are really you are misusing social media itself. That's why using social media also should have parental guidance on making sure that you are using it in order to learn something new or to actually spread news but not fake news. So yes, that's my opinion. Thank you.
Okay na kayo.
Do you think that people should use social media in exercising their freedom of speech?
It's okay to express yourself on social media platform if only you're not harming or hurting someone just because you have the right to freedom of speech. Use your right in a way to motivate, inspire, or pointing someone else's mistake by giving them advices, but not to the point of bashing them just because you want to or hate them.
What should be the limits of freedom of speech in social media?
We should limit ourselves things we do in social media, like misusing or abusing our right to freedom of speech. What tells you as a person, what you post tells you as a person. That's why we should express ourselves in a way without using hurtful or hateful messages. We should limit ourselves in posting something like this. So as long as we do not trample on anyone, it's okay to express ourselves on social media.
Should we hold accountable for misuse or abuse of social media in exercising their freedom of speech? Why or why not?
Yes, we should be held accountable to whatever we post and say in social media. The right to freedom of speech doesn't excuse us for misusing or abusing the use of social media. There's a saying that goes, think before you click. It is morally right to be mindful of whatever you do in social media. Bashing or hurting someone through social media may cause harm or damage to the other person or to an organization. So these things should not be normalized in this generation, and the person behind those screens should be held accountable?
Hi, good evening, ma'am. Nice meeting you. Um, First of all, I would like to say thank you for giving us your time and having this opportunity to conduct our interview this late night. And uh, we are from. By the way, I am Razel Inot, and this is my partner Joshua Stars over there. And we are from the Bachelor of Science of Criminology 1A, and this interview is for project purposes only. So, would you mind if I ask, what do you do for living?
For a living?
Yes.
Yes, sure, I can answer. For my living, I use, at this rate, I am still studying and same school as yours, University of Cebu. However, I'm taking up Bachelor of Elementary Education or General Education. This time, I don't have a kanang matawag ni mga regular work. However, I do commissions in certain companies, and I'm also working as a SK secretary in our barangay, and I think that's how I do for a living. I makakwarta ko sa pamaagi nga ingon ana sa commissions. If I can refer and sell products or services, and then I can have 10% out of the price sa kana service or product. And also in our Sangguniang Kabataan, we have monthly allowances. It's not dili siya matawag nga sweldo. Is because nakasaad sa paper that we are only aid to allowances.
Wow, such a great work po. So, without further ado, so maybe proceed to our main question. So, by the way, the one who will ask the first question will be Joshua Torres, and followed by me, and then back to him. So, and by the way, don't worry, it's only 3 questions. So, let's start. Please, Joshua Torres.
Excuse me, Miss Inot. Dili kayo madungog yung tingog.
You will now proceed with the question number 1.
So hi Miss K, good evening. So I am Joshua Torres from BS Criminology. So we tackle this interview for our final project in Science, Technology, and Society subjects. So I am going to ask you a few questions, and I hope you are ready. So the first question is, do you think that people should use social media in exercising their freedom of speech?
Your question was, do I think that people should use social media in exercising their freedom of speech? Am I correct?
Yes.
Okay, let's start with the concept of social media. We all know that social media comprises primarily gadgets, technology, internet connection, since it is used to for you to have your a connection, and then it blends through technology, then also telecommunications, and through this we can interact socially with other people, even though they are far away. And also this social media is a platform that provides us how can we communicate to other people through words, sending pictures or films, videos, and even video conferencing. in my opinion, to your question, how would people use social media to exercise their freedom of speech? I can say that freedom of speech is broadly understood by most people, and when we say freedom of speech, it is our natural right to freely express what are our thoughts, what are our feelings, or what we think about a specific topic or towards a situation. So, with the use of social media, maingon ko na to nga, we can use the social media to exercise our freedom of speech. However, naamagod siya kanang with it carries a special duty or responsibility nga we should limit our freedom of speech because naapoy uban nga kanang para nato is sakto ra pero para day sa lain kay kanang kung masakita na to the point that makatapak na ta og laing og human rights. So it carries duties and responsibilities nga subject siya to certain restrictions nga provided by law.
Thank you.
So thank you for that wonderful question, and we proceed to the next question. So the next question will be said by Miss Inot. So Miss Inot.
So, what should be the limits of freedom of speech in social media?
The limits of freedom of speech in social media. I can say that our freedom of speech is either absolute or absolute or di mao ba na siya. Yeah, naa siya common limitations and boundaries nga makita nato nga mo relate siya to such as pornography, di ba kanang when we kung hatag ato ang statements or argument relating to a specific topic, then without thinking, without critically, without constructing a critical analysis to that topic. For example, sa pornography, without constructing a critical analysis to that certain topic, so naagi makaingon sa ato, makasaway sa ato that we are providing a patigod nga opinion towards that, and then also pwede po siya for fighting words. Daghan man gid na sa social media di makita gina nato na apoy uban nga classified information sa most people, labi na creating fake accounts, and then napoy uban nga violation on copyrights. So daghan na siya, for example sa YouTube, Facebook, other social media platforms, and then napoy disclosure of agreements. Diba makita man na nato nga other people are posting their written agreements to sa social media kay naglagot sila sa kanang specific kataw, and then naapoy uban nga right to privacy. So rampant na siya karon kay kanang na ang uban ang privacy gud sa ubang tao kay gihilabta na sa lain, and then naapoy public security mao na siya, and then so far mao ra na para na ko ang limits of freedom of speech.
Next is Joshua.
So the next question and the last one. Should we hold accountable for misuse or abuse of social media and exercising the freedom of speech? Why or why not?
Para na po, when a person is held accountable jud if they're using or na misuse nila ang social media or na abuse nila ang social media. Kay if we don't put the right magsalig nila ang mga tao that they can maka-exercise na lang sila or maka-impose na lang sila freedom of speech. Bisan unsa na lang ilang pwede mastorya sa social media without knowing that what they're doing is wrong. Niabot na sila sa point nga there are already sa term nga ilan ang na-violate ang rights or ni-step na sila outside beyond the line day. Kana.
So, thank you for the answer. You tend more talkative, Miss K. So, thank you for the response, Miss K.
Thank
Wish you a good health and God bless.
Thank you for
Thank you.
Thank you for very much for your time, and I'm sorry for the late inconvenience. Good night. God bless you.
Thank you po. Good
Thank you
night.
so much.
Hi, I'm Shella from UC Banilad, and I'm going to conduct an interview to you with regards to our STS 101 subject.
Hello, I'm Christine, and
Nice meeting you. So, here's the question. Do you think that people should use social media in exercising their freedom of speech?
Well, yes, because social media today has become a vital tool in exchanging ideas and giving information. So, when we wanted our voices to be heard, then we should use social media.
Okay, thank you. Nice answer. Question number 2. What should be the limits of freedom of speech in social media?
Well, personal information that are unnecessary to be posted should be avoided, and then fake news that can mislead other people, and also the things that can hurt other people.
All right, exactly. And the last question, should we hold accountable for misuse or abuse of social media in exercising their freedom of speech? Why or why not?
We should be accountable in misuse of social media, because once we posted something on it, we already know that many people can read or bash it or criticize our works, and then we have no control on their mind, so we just have to deal with it. So it's nice if we shut everybody off.
So, good day, sir, Mr. Barrientos. I am here now today because I want to ask you some questions regarding this social media experiment. Okay, so shall we start now? So the first question is, do you think that people should use social media in exercising their freedom or speech?
I would answer yes. Why? It's because social media right now has become a part of our daily life. People go to social media to read articles. They no longer subscribe themselves to receive magazines and newspaper daily. It's a wide platform, and it's used to interact with everyone, even with people you literally haven't met. So, social media is a great platform to exercise freedom of speech.
So that would be all. And the second question is, what should be the limits of freedom and speech in social media?
The limits would be, of course, first, being sensitive of the content you are trying to share, especially that social media is used by different people with different opinions, ethics, and beliefs. Second, be resourceful. I always encounter posts that are not reliable, sure by nature. If you're trying to send a factual message, make sure that it's accurate so not to create misinterpretation to all the audience. Lastly, we should always keep in mind the golden rule in using social media. Think before you click.
So, so our last question, should we hold accountable or misuse or abuse of social media in exercising their freedom or speech? Why or why not?
Of course, yes. Everyone should be held accountable with their actions, not just in the physical world, but also in the internet. Everything you do in social media is in accordance with you exercising your free will. You are not forced and threatened to post anything in social media. Exercising your freedom of speech comes with limitations and responsibilities. People will always have something to say. You post good, they will raise their eyebrows. How much more if you use it in the wrong way? We are given the freedom, but it doesn't mean that we should abuse it and use it responsibly. Remember the Miranda rights. Everything you say or do can and will be used against you in the court of law. That will be my answer.
So thank you very much. That would be all. Have a great day and thank you for participating. So goodbye.
Good day, sir.
Good day to you.
I am Jerome Dolphin Ingerosa. I am here to ask you 3 questions. Sir, kindly introduce yourself first.
My name is Gabriel Fontanar. I'm currently working as a call center agent.
Okay, sir. The first question is, do you think that people should use social media in exercising their freedom of speech?
For me, it's a yes, since if people will express themselves through the use of social media, other people or various of people will see that opinion of oneself, and you can obtain the information or their opinion as well.
Okay, sir. Question number 2. What should be the limits of freedom of speech in social media?
So for me, the limits should be or the people who are expressing themselves should not discriminate others, whether it's the race's religion, because it's a no for me.
Okay, sir. Question number 3. Should we hold accountable for misuse or abuse of social media in exercising their freedom of speech? Why or why not?
Yes, since we, the people, we are the one who is using social media to express ourselves. So we will be held as accountable for that misuse of abuse, since we are the one who is expressing ourselves to various of people.
Thank you very much, sir, for the time, sir.
Hello, Mr. Robert. I'm going to ask you 3 questions. Is it okay?
Okay.
Okay. So for the first question is, do you think that people should use social media in exercising their freedom of speech?
Social media has become an extension of our lives. Everyone has a presence on social media, although there are several flaws and ill effects. It cannot be run down because it is also a remarkable tool to connect, collaborate, and unite people despite territorial limitations.
Okay. For the next question is, what should be the limits of freedom of speech in social media?
The freedom of speech and expression does not confer on the citizens the right to speak or publish without responsibility, and the legislature may enact laws to impose restrictions on the right to speech and expression on the several grounds.
Okay, as for the last question, should we hold accountable for misuse or abuse of social media in exercising their freedom of speech? Why or why not?
For me, yes. We all have the right to say what we want, while we are allowed to do largely free of legal responsibility. Nothing in this life is absolved of personal responsibility. That's all.
Okay, thank you for answering all of the questions, Mr. Robert. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome.